survivor, our preferred place would be the Arabian desert.
We would like to go to the Arabian desert from the months of November 1st to February 1st. We would like to go here because this is the time when the weather is the most habitable for human beings. We would also like to go because that is when there is the most rain, even though there is still not a lot of rain.
And the desert's hot, like me.
So first things first, my job is to collect food. I'm the most qualified for this position because, well, I've served in the military for 12 years, fought off a lion, wrestled with a bear, killed a crocodile. So many that they just started calling me Herculema, you know? Honestly, I think these other two might just drag me down, but they told me I had to bring 2 other people on this show, so I might as well bring the Einstein and the eye candy.
Hello, my job is going to be finding water. I believe that I am the most qualified out of everyone here because I have 28 degrees in numerous different subjects, including sociology, animalogy, psychology, physiology, geography, and numerous more. I won't name them off for you because I understand social cues. I believe that the other 2 are going to drag me down, honestly. I think maybe Braun might have some use in chopping wood and stuff, but Morgan, that ditz, she's just gonna drag the group down.
Oh, this interview stuff. Okay. My job on this show, what's it called again? Naked and Afraid. It's gonna be to clean up around our shelter area, you know, clean up all the stuff we need to do. But that's a lot of work, and I'm not trying to chip my nails. So what we're gonna do is just get our clout up while we here, you know, take some good selfies. Follow me on Snapchat at MB_skater.
That's a wrap. For our trip to the Arabian desert, we're going to need to bring multiple supplies so that we don't die.
Such as a toothbrush and toothpaste to brush our teeth, obviously, and a warm sleeping bag.
We're gonna need a water purifier to clean any water that we find in the desert.
We're also going to need pieces of cloth to cover our faces so to protect ourselves from sandstorms.
We're gonna need a first aid kit in case anyone gets hurt. We're also gonna need a machete to help me hunt.
And we're gonna need sunscreen because I'm not trying to look like a burnt chicken nugget.
We're also going to bring 1 pack of water in case we don't find a source of water early enough. We will also need flashlights with solar-powered batteries so that we can see our way around in the dark.
And we'll need sunglasses to block out the haters. I mean, sun.
We will also be bringing solar-powered phone chargers so that we can still use them.
We're going to need a tent to help set up camp and a compass to know where we're going.
We will also be wearing long pants and bringing long-sleeved jackets to protect ourselves from the harmful, deathly sun, to protect ourselves from its evil skin cancer, because that would kill us.
We plan to set up camp with large tents and lots of sleeping bags. The most effective way to do this is to build a trench shelter. So in this case, we use, we find a depression point in the sand, and then we dig a spot that's about 2 feet deep and long and wide enough for us to sleep comfortably. And then we pile sand around 3 sides, and then on the open end of the trench we dig and so that we can get in and out more easily. And then we cover the trench with our material and cover everything else with weights such as rocks and more sand. By constructing a sand dune, we can avoid using wood and save the very few trees that are in the desert in the first place.
Okay, to find water, it has to rain eventually in the desert, right? I think so. So, when that rain happens, it's gonna make puddles, so we'll just, you know, go to the puddle, go, and that's our water.
No, move. Get out of frame. Get out of frame. That was like 90% wrong. What we're actually going to do is we're gonna look for places where water may have been, like a dried up riverbed or something, and we're gonna go there and dig until we find some water. If we do, that would be great. We are also going to look for animals, and if we see any pack of them, we follow them, because where the animals are, they probably have a source of water. We will also look to collect dew from plants before sunrise so it can't evaporate. By doing this, we are not taking water from the plants that truly need it and the animals that truly need it, therefore preserving the environment. In the desert, we are going to need food to eat. While most people think that deserts are barren, there are places where there are animals and plants that can be eaten by humans. We have constructed this food web here to help show you the spread of energy in a desert. So us humans are at the top of this food web because we will be the dominant predator here. We will be eating desert flora such as berries, and we will also be eating rabbits, mongoose, and sheep. As you can see, there are also many animals here that we are not going to be eating. These are either because we cannot catch these animals or we are scared of them.
Wait, how are we gonna cook all these animals for our food, and how are we gonna get power? I need to charge my phone.
You finally said something smart. We are going to cook our food by starting fires. While the desert is barren, there are trees that we can use as kindlewood. And with one of my mini degrees, I've learned how to set a fire using my glasses and the sun. And the power, you ask? Well, you know what the desert has a lot of? Sand. Sun. We can use the sun to charge our phones using solar-powered chargers. We can also use the sun to power almost any electric device that we need.
I can't wait to relax under the trees in the desert.
What trees in the desert?
There's plenty of trees in the desert.
What trees are there in the desert that grow with such little amounts of water?
Well, there's the gaff tree, which grows within 2 months to its full size, and it doesn't even require that much water. And their wood is very strong, so it could be used for shelter. And there's the acacia tree, and their leaves can be used for food.
Got a point there. You actually said something not stupid for once. I was researching for some things that might be a problem to us, and one possible problem that I found was that we could run out of food.
Well, if we run out of our food source, we could always make sure that we have more than one and just change to a different food source. And we could also be rotating our campsite places so that we're never in the same place for too long so that it runs dry.
Good point. But there are also a couple animals that can hurt us, such as a scorpion that stings are venomous to humans.
Well, since we can't really stop a scorpion, we just have to be on the lookout for them, and if we do see them, we just have to make sure we get away.
What about cobras and horned vipers?
Well, if we do happen to run across a venomous snake, we can always find the snake bite, suck out the venom, and spit out the venom.
Just like in the movies.
Mm-hmm.
What about camel spiders? They eat and chew on people as they sleep, and their bites are numbing and painful.
Oh, since they usually come out at night, we should just make sure that we're completely covered and wrapped up tightly as we sleep. Therefore, they can't get to us.
What about just general medical emergencies?
If there is a medical emergency, we should make sure that we have a first aid kit. In the first aid kit, we should have regular first aid supplies, all including medical tape and aloe vera. No, because we will be in the desert for 3 months, we can always find more in the desert and plant it. We can also use the aloe vera for bug bites that we might get with the evil desert bugs. This video was interrupted to bring you a word from our sponsors.
Are you looking for a warm place to go on vacation? Come to the Arabian desert. There's barely any cloud coverage, the day temperatures reach 105 to 110 degrees, and the ground gets up to 170 degrees. Perfect for tanning! The night drops to around 50 degrees, which is a very cool night for you to sleep in, and there's very little rainfall, so you don't have to worry about your perm. So come to the Arabian desert today.
For our luxury item, we'd like to request a Jeep, but I wanted to bring a Lamborghini, but apparently you're too cheap to supply us with that. So anyways, Jeep it is. According to Camille, we can power it using solar power, but I don't really know what that is, but that's okay. You know what? The desert's too hot. Maybe we should go somewhere the opposite of a desert, like, I don't know, a tundra?
There were many things wrong with that sentence, so I'm just gonna start from the top. So the opposite of the desert would probably be a temperate deciduous forest because it has a varying climate, unlike the desert, which stays the same throughout the entire year. Hot. They also vary greatly in animal types and flora. Forest, for example, has squirrels, deer, mice, and all that, while the desert only has a few animals that we talked about earlier. Interestingly enough, the tundra is the most similar to the desert. While they have varying differences in temperature, everything else is practically the same, with the exception of animals. They are both very dry and have little to no temperature change.
Interesting.
In conclusion, you guys should choose us to be your team to be on Survivor. We are smart,
Stupid. And I'm the strong one.
we will be the best Survivor team that has ever graced the earth. Vote for us! Overall, you should... you're too black.
Okay, get the last
Wait
up.
for the... We're trying to film a video, sir! Boy, second one. Come on.
SOS. Okay.
SOS, please. Someone help me. Sorry.
This is all just blooper worthy.
Exactly.
Okay.
Seen that much
Sis
weight.
just broke the chair. Oh my god.
Okay. It's to protect ourselves from the sun so that we don't get sun cancer and die.
Sun cancer.
You don't get sun cancer.
Oh my god.
Okay. So my job is going to be... I forgot. Mini food. There are places where there is much...
Mini food.
Okay, let's watch it.